Well, October is National Disability Employment Awareness Month, and our next guests say there are new tools to help disabled Americans thrive in the workplace. David Scherna is the Executive Director of No Barriers USA, and Kathy Martinez is the Disability and Accessibility Strategy Manager at Wells Fargo. Welcome to the show. So tell me all about this No Barriers USA Summit.
Yeah, well, we're here in New York City with the support of Wells Fargo to host our big annual event where we're bringing 1,500 leaders from all walks of life all over the United States are coming here to learn how to really tap into the full potential of humanity. We bring people with and without disabilities, and we challenge them to try something they've never tried before, to believe in what is possible. And they'll be here for 2 days learning some new techniques and a new mindset for understanding that what's within them is stronger than what's in their way.
This is exciting. What do you hope people will take away from the experience at the summit?
Well, one thing we hope they take away is a newfound rope team, as we call it, a newfound community that can support them no matter what they're trying to do, whether it's a job they're trying to seek or a goal that they're trying to meet. Another thing that we hope they discover is that they have the strength within them to do whatever it is they dream of. We believe that all of us have barriers in our lives, and we need the tools and the skills to break through those barriers, to get to the other side and to work together to achieve our dreams.
And talk about why corporations should consider hiring people with disabilities and the advantages that comes with that.
Well, at Wells Fargo, we have been committed to hiring people with disabilities for quite a while, and we've really built up the ranks of people with disabilities within our company, and we realize that if we weave accessibility and disability awareness into our culture, it just makes for a better place to work. We know that between 5 and 10% of the population has a disability, and it increases with age. So we want people with disabilities to be able to identify and kind of out themselves as having a disability, because that means they can bring their whole self to work and not really have to hide anything. And it also helps our culture. People with disabilities are innovative, creative. You know, I happen to be blind. We don't do things in your typical way, so there's a lot of innovation that happens when people with disabilities are in the mix.
Absolutely. Totally different perspective that is great to add to the entire group. And talk about how it's changed the environment, the work environment has changed over the years for people with disabilities.
Well, first of all, we had the ADA, which was passed in 1990, which made our physical society more accessible. And now we're about changing attitudes, right? You can't legislate attitude, but one person at a time, we can change people's attitude and reduce stereotypes and misconceptions and really bring a wealth of knowledge and expertise and passion and commitment and dedication to the workplace. We have technology that's accessible, that makes it possible for people to work. It really helps the economy when people are working. And I can honestly say we're probably the only community that wants to pay taxes.
Absolutely, absolutely. Kathy, you're a trailblazer in this field here. I'm wondering what you've seen and what you've experienced over the years of how it's changed and some challenges you faced at first. And what do you have to say to people out there who are maybe scared to get into the workforce?
Well, first of all, there has been a lot of changes. You know, when I was growing up, the onus was on the person with the disability, you know, to make all the changes necessary to be integrated into society. Now, society is stepping up and becoming more accessible. We see wheelchair ramps, braille on elevators, signage, things that help the whole population. We have to remember that things that were invented or are invented for people with disabilities has ended up helping the entire population. And I think that bringing people into the workplace just brings a new perspective, a new point of view. You know, it really shows the potential of humanity. And we have to just think of disability as a natural part of the human condition, and we don't want to waste the talents of between 5 and 10% of the population.
Absolutely. Love it. Great information. And where can our viewers get more about what you guys are doing?
You can go to nobarriersusa.org to learn more and to join us at any of our events.
And a special thanks to Wells Fargo for bringing us that information.